Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I look a little rough, but it's because I mostly read at night or at work. So our first book of February is, well, first of all, let me explain. I thought it would be cute to read only pink books for February because Valentine's Day, Lover Day era, you know. So our first book that we're gonna read is Picking Daisies on a Sunday by, I'm gonna butcher that. Liana. Yeah, okay. Picking Daisies on a Sunday is our first book. And I'm so excited to read it. I've actually already started it and it's so good. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts at the end of like each day. I'm on chapter 10 right now. I am gonna do a bit more reading before I get back to studying. So I'll talk about it right before I go to bed. But I already have some clips on it. So you'll see those. But I'm on chapter 10 and I'm just getting confused. Like it's so good. Like I don't want to put it down. Like I'm like, I need to know what the issue is. I need to know, okay? So, but it's so lover. It's so rom-com. It's giving lover. It's giving rom-com. Honestly, the first, like I said in that clip earlier, the first like 3 or 4 chapters, it felt like what every rom-com tried to be and failed. Like I literally felt like I was watching a movie. So I'm absolutely loving it. I'm having the greatest time ever. The only reason why I'm able to put it down is because I have to study. And the academics do in fact haunt me at night and they do in fact come first. But this is our first pink book and I'm so excited. I have some more. I don't know the order that I'm going to pick them in and I kind of want them to be a little surprise. So it'll be a surprise to me and a surprise to you guys. So, okay, bye. I'm only on page 15 and I can already tell this book is really good. I think it's gonna make me cry. I think I might stare at the wall. What? This is rom-com. We're only 14 pages in and this is what every rom-com movie wish it could have did in the 2.5 hours that they were given with screen time. And it did it in 14 pages. I'm just saying. If you love a rom-com, well, let me read some more. But I'm saying pick this up, okay? I need to put this book down because I need to be studying. I was giving myself to 12 o'clock. It's 12:02. But it's so good. It's just one of those books that like makes you like like giggling. Good thing I'm in the privacy of my own home because I can't be giggling and kicking my feet out in public. Too good. Okay, I'm about to put the book down for a while, but I'm on chapter 5. I just have this feeling that the quotes at the top of each chapter, are they from the boy? His name is Levi. Are they from Levi's point of view? They have to be. If that's true, that's so cute. I can't take it. Eyes set on what we could have looked like if you hadn't left. Oh my gosh. It's so February. It's so February. Okay, gotta go. Guys, the quotes in here are quoting. Listen to this one quote. No, let me find it. Give me a second. Give me a second, Pookie. I know I'm still reading. I need to be studying. It was a nostalgia stronger than middle school summers. Saying yes was as easy as falling into bed. I love it, but I can't stand when books have quotes because I'm over here giggling and kicking. I'm like, where's mine? It's so good though. I'm eating it up. Just watch. I'm gonna record a little bit of me reading. Just watch my reactions throughout the books. Just watch my reaction throughout the pages is what I meant to say. Just watch. Just watch. Because you look at me with conviction when I don't even know what crime I committed. That has to be his POV. Has to. homegirl is being so strong. I mean, I guess she had her heart broken, but listen, if it were me, let me see what chapter I'm in so y'all can know if you read this book. Chapter 17, 2 pages in, I would have been done for. D-O-N-E. Done. Cause you can only fight your feelings for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you gotta give in. This is good. Like, it's like a light, fluffy romance. It's giddy, it's cute. The quotes are quoting. Okay? But, like, I want to know what the issue is. And then I can stop reading for the night. This. I can't even say it because it's not a spoiler, but it's just like, I don't want to say that. He's infuriating. Okay, goodbye. Guys, I really hate that I'm about to do this. I need to put it down or I'm going to finish it tonight. And I'm not putting it down. I don't know. This is why I don't read during school weeks or when I have things that I have to do, because I have a very obsessive, addictive personality. Like, y'all saw, I watched Percy Jackson. I went and got all the books. And I already read the first one. Like, I just, like, what? It's so lover coded, okay? I don't know if anybody else does this, but I'll like read a book. Like, I'll be reading a book and read a quote and be like, I am the archer. That's how I felt all during Once Upon a Broken Heart. Like, the Taylor Swift lyrics just pop into my head. The whole album of Lover is popping into my head. Cruel Summer, Lover, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. Paper Rings. If you like that album, this might be for you. It might be. Listen, if you are a romantic girly at heart, this book is for you. Okay, this book is for you. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to either put this down or finish it so I can get back to work. I really don't have that many pages to go, which is scary. But I don't know. I also don't do work well at night. Like, my feet are cold. Let me put on some socks. Okay. I just want to give you guys my update. That's how I feel. I'm tempted. No, on the way to work tomorrow, I'm playing the Lover album by Taylor Swift. I am. I am. What do you mean? Guys, I'm infuriated with the female main character right now. Infuriated with her decisions. Like, she knows she's making the wrong decision. She just admitted she was making the wrong decision. But you know what she does? Continues to make the wrong decision. Couldn't be me. Like I said, couldn't be me. Cool. Like, the way that these female characters are like, I don't know. He doesn't love me. I don't know. Like, I'd have been like, yeah, he's in love with me. He's not saying that he's in love with me, but he was going to. Like, y'all already know. She just made me angry. So nasty and so rude of her to not do what I want her to do. My main issue is, how could she not know? I get that she's scarred, but baby, open your eyes. If good things are happening to you, believe it. I sound like a terrible inspiration or motivational speaker. If good things are happening to you, babes, believe it. Guys, I have some unfortunate updates. I'm this much thorough. I'm angry. And it was the first, honestly, half of the book, more than half, was so beautifully poetic. I just wish that we could have come up with a better, like, you know, and romance books have to have this like thing that they have to overcome. Like or like problem that they need to fix. I wish that the problem were different. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Guys, if you know, you know. Okay, although I don't agree, or it's not my favorite like thing that they could be fighting over, this is hands down giving me After vibes, and it's so cute. If you're wondering what time it is, don't. What the freak, I'm almost done. I have not much left. It's so cute. And oh my gosh. It's so cute. Like that's the only words that I can come up with. Like Levi? Why am I on the edge of my seat? Why do I feel like I just watched the cutest rom-com ever? Like I'm not done yet, but I just watched the cutest movie ever, except for it's not a movie, it's a book. If this ever gets turned into a movie or a TV show, I'm gonna watch immediately. I'm immediately turning it on. Oh my gosh, this is a great start to February, book reading wise. It's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and then come back with my thoughts. Not me looking at the clock. It's honestly not. It was just 9:43 and now it's 10:43. I was gonna say it's honestly not that late, but let me try to finish this. Just to convince you guys of how good the quotes are in this book, it's not a spoiler. Just listen to this quote, because I think this might be my second favorite quote I've ever heard in a book. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. Let me tell you, if someone ever said that to me, ring. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. I would have gone down on my knees just... What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I literally read that. What do you mean? I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say... My brain is altered from that quote, okay? There's only one other quote that I could think that goes before that. And that quote is from my favorite book of all time. That's a broad statement to make. One of my favorite books of all time. And it says, "There's nothing of equal value to me." That one's good. But this one, I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Pause. I would have... I don't know what to do with that. Like, I don't even think I can move on right now. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. How many times can I repeat it? Like, I don't know why like, I have no words for me. Like, it's really just, I can't comprehend. Let me finish. I already know what I'm rating this book. I already know. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. I don't know what to do with that. I'm not proud of it. Actually, I am. I finished this book. It's 11:31, I think. This is why I try not to read if I have stuff that I have to do. So unfortunately, this will be the last book that I read for this week. And I know what you guys are thinking, Erica, it's only Tuesday. Well, it's Monday. Just kidding. I might pick up another one, but I just have to be careful because I do in fact have class in school. So I'm kind of embarrassed that I read this whole thing. But anyways, I really enjoyed this. I'll give my thoughts at the very end, but I think I'm gonna rate this, I'm in between a 4 and a 4.5, leaning more towards a 4.5, because although I didn't agree with, I just didn't like the conflict that they decided to put in this book. The quotes, Levi, I loved that aspect of it. The way that this author was able to encapsulate rom-com, but it was so much more than a rom-com. Like, it was like a true romance book, which I know you guys are probably thinking, duh, but like the pining, the desperation, the confusion, I enjoyed it. I really did. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But that one quote really solidified, like, that's why I think I'm going to make it a 4.5. Like, it was good, but that quote, I can't even remember. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a hot minute. What did he say? I would go on my knees just to hear you say yes. Bro, I should have took a picture of it. I would have gone down on my knees just to hear you say yes. Like that. The quotes in here are really good. Okay, and the storyline's really good. I really enjoyed so much of it. I think the only thing that I just didn't like was, like, you go through all this book trying to figure out what happened between their relationship, like why they stopped talking, right? I didn't like that. But I get it. Like, it's really hard with a romance book because obviously, like, in a fantasy, they can do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can literally tear down the whole earth, kill everybody off in the book, and they can all bring them back. I've seen it done. Okay, I've seen it done. Twilight, the way that whole... Is that a spoiler? No. If you haven't watched the movie Twilight, scroll past this part. But the way that the whole last 30 minutes of the Twilight movie, Breaking Dawn Part 2, was an illusion, a dream of she casted that dream to show him what it would look like if he made the wrong move. Crazy. And that's how fantasy books are. With romance books, it's a little bit harder because I feel like they don't really have the magical aspect to play off of when they're creating conflicts. But everything else was done so beautifully. It was such a beautiful writing. I loved Levi. I enjoyed the girl main character. What was her name? Oh, that's so sad. Her nickname is Daisy. Her real name is Daniela, I think. But I really did like Daisy too. It's just, I don't know. That's the only part that's throwing me off. But overall, I really did enjoy it. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to pick next. I need to update my Goodreads. That was so good. I'm going to go to sleep and I'll update you guys on whatever book I pick out next. But it probably should not be. I probably shouldn't pick out another book until I take my test because we see how much self-control I have. Okay, hi. I literally started this clip on my camera and it's the wrong SD card, and I just want to keep all of my reading vlog stuff on one SD card. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but I am doing this for our second book that is Pink in the month of February. I have been wanting to read this book for a hot minute, and you know me, my time is always split up between school and something else. So my goal this year really is to like stay off my phone. I feel like everybody says this, but my goal really is to stay off my phone and read, because it's better to be in book people's business than real people's business. Stay out of drama in 2024. That's my goal. Maybe I just don't like being in reality. Maybe that's what it is. Either way, this. Now let me tell you why I got this book. You see this man with the arm tats? I am a sucker for tattoos. I just think they just look good. What can I say? What can I say? So I saw this book immediately. And then I read the back, and it's about a girl who works in a flower shop in Rome, Kentucky. When I first read it, I thought it said in Rome, and I was like, that's so cute, automatic buy. But Rome, Kentucky, you know, I feel like that's still cute or whatever. That's all I really know about it. I literally go into books so blind that like when I try to talk about it, like with the reason why I bought it, like it's literally based off the cover. And people are like, don't judge a book by its cover. What are we judging it off of? The content in it? How do you know? I'm not reading the back. Because then, like, if you don't like the trope, I don't know, sometimes I feel like reading the back, you automatically make a judgment, and you're like, oh, I don't like that trope, so you don't get it. I've read some tropes that I don't like, and absolutely, like, some of those are my favorite books. Like, I don't like miscommunication. Once Upon a Broken Heart is my favorite book. There's so much miscommunication in that. So much miscommunication. Honestly, Jax never opens up his mouth, so either way, I'm getting off topic. Second book, I'm gonna start reading it while I'm here. It's slowed down right now and I'm excited. Plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Audrey Hepburn. I love these little quotes. I'm hoping that I can get another good quote out of this book. To be honest with you guys, I'm still thinking about picking Daisies on a Sunday. I can't stop thinking about it, but it's not a 5. What is it like? I need to go over what I think a 5-star rating is, but I know it's not a 5. The way that Once Upon a Broken Heart stays on my mind, 5-star read. Powerless, 5-star read. After, and I know y'all get mad about that, but I don't care. That's one of my 5-star. 5-star. I think about Hardin and Tessa on a daily basis. Mostly Hardin. Mostly the actor that plays Hardin, Hero. Either way, let me start reading. Stop talking. Bye. Hold on. I just opened it up. I love the little dedications. This one says, this one's for the softies, the tender-hearted sweeties, the introverted who are afraid to shine. I feel like that's me. I feel like every dedication that I read, I'm like, oh, that's me. That's me. coffee shop. I feel like I wear this hoodie in literally every single video, but it's truly my comfort hoodie. I can't help. It's who I am. Like, I love this thing. I need to find a new one. Like, this is the requirements for a comfort hoodie. Huge, humongo on me. It needs to, I don't want to feel it on me. It needs to be able to literally come down to the middle of my like thighs or right above my knee if I need it to. It can't be furry on the inside. Like, I want it to have like this, like the school sweatshirts, like that type of feel. Like, I don't know what this is called, but that's how it has to be because it's cooling yet heating at the same time. Those are my only requirements, okay? It can be any color. It can, and you know, obviously it needs to have a hood because it's a hoodie, but like, that's it. Just needs to be extra, 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 extra large and not super heating. Okay, so if you guys know of any good hoodies, let me know so I can that fits the requirements so I can purchase some more so I can stop wearing this green one every time I film. Moving along. This bad boy right here, I'm only a few pages in. I'm eating it up. I was in the coffee shop waiting to like close. We had like a few people just sitting down in there chilling out. I was giggling. They were like, is it good? And I was like, oh, I'm not in the comfort of my own home. I'm not in my room. I'm not in my room. And I was sitting there giggling, laughing. The girl is so... I like her because she's so like shy and like just says the randomest things, and I feel like she's really like me for real. I'm loving the trope. I'm loving the trope. Okay, when I say I love the trope, like I like don't want to spoil it, but I love good girl, bad guy trope. I really do. I do. I eat it up every single time. But there's another trope in here that I'm kind of like iffy about. If it's done right, then I'm gonna eat it up. But Sarah Adams, she wrote the cheat sheet, ate it up. Ate it up. I need to buy When in Rome because if you don't know, I feel like I have that book. Do I not have that book? Maybe not. I need to get When in Rome because it's the book before this, so they like mention it. And I feel like I would also, I don't know how I feel about that one. I think the reason why I didn't get that is because it's the same trope as in the Twisted series, the second book. If you know, you know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Anyways, back to this book. I'm eating it up. I'm laughing. I'm giggling. I'm kicking my feet. He is already head over heels for her, and we're nowhere close in. My man's is in denial. And she's so like, if only, like, I'm just eating it up. I'm having a good time and I'm so excited to keep reading. I love when I am able to read books in general, but then I love when like I go into it and I don't know anything about it and then it's everything that I kind of want. Let's hope that it keeps going the way that I want it to. Yeah, I'm just a book lover. Like, I enjoy reading books. I enjoy being in the world of reading. I enjoy analyzing. Like, my favorite thing, I was thinking about this the other day because I talked about like earlier what were my requirements for a 5-star read. If I can relate to the female character, automatic 5 stars, and let me tell you why. Because then I'm putting, like, I see myself in her and then I'm like, there's hope for me that one day. Anyways, I think that's why I love it so much. Evangeline, number one. I'm sorry to bring her up. I'm actually not. Number one. Next, I feel like my high school self could relate to Tessa a lot. That's a bold statement. But like, it's true, and I feel like that's why I love the After series so much. Laura Jean, love her. She's who I want to be. Okay, so we have Tessa, who's past self, Laura Jean, future self, Evangeline, present self. That's a lot. Like, you know what? You know what I was thinking the other day? I low-key get kind of embarrassed when people are like, oh, not really when they're like, what's your favorite book? Sometimes. But like, when people are like, oh, like, why? Like, you relate to that character? Why? Because like, if you say you relate to a character, like, even though you're not like saying like the specific reasons, like people can read a lot into that. Like, if someone's like, oh, I relate to, I don't know, who's a character that we all know? Let me not do that one. I'm blanking. People who can relate to Elizabeth in Better Than the Movies. You're letting people know right then and there. All like, you're chasing after, I can't really say because I don't want to spoil, but like, you're letting them know a lot. I don't know. I'm getting over I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Okay. Anyways, love the book. I can't believe I said that. I'm cutting that part out. That was so bad of me. I'm gonna try my best not to binge the whole thing tonight, but like, all I have to do tomorrow is work. So like I might get her done. Okay, goodbye. See you guys later. I'll come back with some thoughts at the end of the night. I relate to the fact that she is like, she knows herself, like she knows that she's overly romantic and like will read into anything because she's a romantic at heart. Like her thought process of telling herself like, do not read into that. Don't, no, we're not even gonna look at him. Literally is me. Literally is me. I literally put myself in a boy band this year. Which is, you know, one thing or another. But I like literally will go places and be like, don't look up. Don't look up. Because low key, like if you make eye contact with me, I'm like, we're getting married. Wait, wrong hand. We're getting married. Like we're getting married. Like you looked at me. We're getting married today. Actually, tomorrow. I gotta get ready. She's me. I relate. We're it's just funny because like her, like, okay, you hear me? Like, no, like we're not doing that. Like, don't, stop. That's literally me. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pick up dinner, but when I come back, it's me and this book for real. I'm reading. It's so good. I mean, you guys saw my reactions. I really am enjoying it. Like, I'm having a good time. I'm giggling. I'm laughing. There's a constant smile on my face. The only thing that makes me so nervous about romance books is the breakup. But I feel like there's the breakup. The part where they, like, stop talking. I feel like this is set up. Like, you know what's gonna happen. But I feel like it's a good, predictable thing. But I'm enjoying the banter. I'm enjoying them individually and together. I'm excited to find out what happens to, or I don't know. I feel like there's more to the main male character in this book, so I'm excited to figure out what happens with that. Also, he has a brother. Like, I want to see their relationship and what's going on with that. And I'm ready for the main female character. Her name is Annie. Her sister's reactions, because the messy. They underestimated my girl. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna keep reading this. I know I said I would come back at the end of the night, but I think I'm going to read this until I fall asleep. I also have to be to work. I woke up at 5 a.m. if you can't tell, and I'm over caffeinated and I'm so tired, and the two don't go well together. I have to go to work tomorrow, but I'm definitely gonna be reading this at work. So I'll update you guys if anything interesting happens. I'm sure it will, but I'm just gonna keep reading. It's so good. Okay, hi. I figured I'd come on here and talk about this book because I'm almost done. I am enjoying it and I'm like smiling a lot, but I don't know what it is about it, but it's just like, it's weird. Well, not weird, like, I don't know. It's very different from any romance book that I've read before, in the sense of like, I don't know. It's good, but like, I don't think it's gonna be like, I'm stuck between a 3 and a 4 stars right now, and I'm trying to think of like here's what I don't like about it. It's miscommunication, but communication trope. Make it make sense. How are we miscommunicating and communicating at the same time? It makes no sense to me. And I feel like, I mean, we're getting close to the part in romance books where like something goes wrong. We're getting there, but it's like weird. I don't know. I'm still having a good time reading it, and that's the whole point of reading, so. But I do think I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm on page 245, and there's only like 300, and I think there might be 330 pages, so I'm almost done. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was and I think earlier I said I relate to Annie. I take that back. Like, I relate in the sense of like being a hopeless romantic in a world full of non-hopeless romantics, if that makes sense. But my girl is weird. like she is weird. I can't not say that she isn't weird. But she's cutesies, I guess. I don't know. I just, like, I feel like what happened to the original plot of the movie. That's how I feel like the book in the beginning was going one way, and it's not even that it went in a different direction. It's just like the plot has been confused, but like it's still there. Like the author will mention the plot, but like we're not following that plot. I don't know. But I just thought I'd give my last update before I finish it. And yeah, I'm having a good time though. I'm excited to get back into reading because I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus just because school life. So yeah, I'm really enjoying not being on my phone. I don't know what's going on TikTok right now. I do know that You was supposed to come out and it isn't, and people are upset. That's about it. The Super Bowl's tomorrow. So I'm gonna finish this book and then wait a little while, like wait till after Sunday and start my next book. Okay, I'll let you guys know my final thoughts and when I finish and stuff like that. Bye. Guys, I have to give the authors some brownie points because even though, like, she's got me because the scenes that they in are so funny. Like, I'm at the end, if you read this book, you know, like, it's got me over here giggling. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused on how I feel. I'm gonna go back to enjoying this, but I'm literally like, it's actually so funny what's going on right now. Okay guys, I just finished this book. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it because a 3 is too low and a 4 I feel like is kind of too high. I really like the ending. I really like the beginning. I really like the ending. The middle was a little iffy. I think I know what's bothering me, but without spoiling, she has this thing that she like loves to talk about and it's just cringy to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like as a book reader, I think it's cringy because like I just keep picturing, oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you guys what it is. You know that scene in Jane the Virgin where it's like a pirate scene? What is it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's in Jane the Virgin. It's a pirate scene. I just can't. Anyways, the ending was very cute. It's giving Gilmore Girls. I actually like the setting of the town a whole lot. And that's what redeemed it. So I don't know. I think I'm landing somewhere around like a 3.5, 3.75. I really, really like it. But I don't think that I'll think about them as a couple. Like it was cute, but you know. And now I'm really in the mood to read. Like I kind of want to start another book. So I'm gonna update this on my Goodreads. Maybe considering starting another book. And we're only reading pink books this month. So I don't know. I'm like looking at the stack of books that I have to choose from. The next few books are not gonna be entirely pink. So no one come for me. But I'll let you guys know what I end up choosing in the morning. And yeah, oh my gosh, I like can't believe how cute that one little scene was in that book that I was like laughing at earlier. Like that really turned it around for me. So okay, I'm actually tired. Good night. Also, let me say this before I forget. Definitely gonna read When in Rome now. They reference it so much and it sounds so interesting and I absolutely adore Amelia, which is the main character in that book. I absolutely adore her. I'm updating my Goodreads. I have to, whenever I don't do like a full start, I have to put it in my little rating on Goodreads so I can remember. I really want to pick up another book and start reading. Oh my gosh, look at that. You're on track. I love when I get in reading moods. And this video is really helping me out. So, thank you guys. Good night. See when I pick up my next book. Okay, good morning. I haven't brushed my hair yet, so don't judge me. I'm about to go into the coffee shop and I'm probably gonna take a book with me. It's Super Bowl Sunday, by the way, so happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. But I can't decide which book I want to read, and so I don't know. What are we thinking? Well, listen, the only reason I kind of don't want to read this right now is because I want to save it for the summer. Because every summer, and this is kind of embarrassing to say, I don't know why, but like every summer I go through like a little bit of a country phase. Just saying it right now, I know I'm gonna get roasted by the people I actually know. Anyways, I go through a little bit of a country phase. So, and I think these are like country books, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they are. So like when I go through my little country playlist that I have saved on my phone, then I want to start reading those books. But this one, don't mind the purple, I feel like would also be a good read because, I don't know, it just seems interesting. Like, what do you mean your roommate is a vampire? Who says you can't teach an old vampire new tricks? I don't know. Like, this is kind of what I want to read for real. But like, I guess I could start listening to country music now to really get myself in the mood. I don't know. What do we think? I'm gonna put up a poll on Instagram. No! I should make the decision myself. I tried to look up aesthetics on TikTok, but y'all really be spoiling stuff. Like, what happened to making book aesthetics without spoilers? Because I looked up the wrong book in this series, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to. I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to see what I saw. So I'm kind of happy that it was the wrong book and not this one, because hopefully I'll forget. Like, I have a short-term memory, but this one's thinner. What do we think? I think I'm gonna read this one. Now hear me out. It's because I just read, what did I read yesterday? Practice Makes Perfect. And I feel like this is kind of along that same line, because on the back it says, she sees the man behind the mask. That's literally the whole point of Practice Makes Perfect, low key. So we're going with this. I'm going to read this book, and then maybe we'll get to this one. How fun is it to read pink books in February? And I'm like in my hopeless romantic era. Like, I put on the whole Lover album the other day because I keep reading romances. I need to go though because I actually have to be to work soon. Okay, I'll give you updates along the way. I thought I'd update you guys on the book so far. I think I'm almost 60 pages in. I'm on page 57. It's funny and I've never read anything like it. It's funny and it's just like, Homeskillet is clueless. Frederick is hilarious. Hilarious. I love his little character. I don't know where it's gonna go. Like, I genuinely have no idea where we're going from here. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a romance book. It's, if you like rom-coms, it's kind of giving that, but not more comedy. More comedy. Maybe the romance will pick up a little bit more like once I get farther into it. But those are my thoughts. I'm just sitting here reading and audibly laughing out loud. Like, both of them are just so clueless. I don't know who this what's his name? Is it Robert? Reginald. Even the names are funny too. I think that's what makes it hilarious. But I'm also kind of concerned for Homegirl's safety because, like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And the chapters are kind of long. That's the only downside, I would say. I think I'm literally on like chapter 3 or 4 and I'm like 50 pages in. So it has the chapters of a fantasy book, that's for sure. But yeah, in the writing, it's not that tidy. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I'm also really tired. So reading this book makes me really want to take a nap. But as you can see, I can't do that. I will probably only have time to read it here, so I'm trying to get as much done as I can so I can like get into the story and like want to read it on my downtime but I know I won't have any for the rest of the day pretty much. See you when I see you. Hi guys, I'm back home from work, but I had to update you guys because of course when I leave the I had probably like 30 minutes left of my shift at the coffee shop and it was getting good. And I was like, okay, like I'll read through this like good scene and then I'll clean up and I'll go home and then I'll read the rest of the night. Yeah, I had customers come in during a good scene. So have you seen those TikToks where it's like they're reading and they're like, what? I don't care! You know what I'm talking about? I don't like the saying because it's like, I do care about homeless people. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that was what went through my head. I was like, ah! Like, do y'all not know what I'm reading right now? Anyway, she's getting good. The book is in my bag, but I have work to do for the rest of the day. So I'm really gonna try to get my work done. Now, this is motivating me to get my work done so that I can come back and study it. I have so many errands to run, but I just keep thinking about like, we're at the big reveal. Okay, she's about to find out her roommate is a vampire, which is the whole premise of the book. And I don't know how he's going to, what is he going to say to her? You know, like what is he going to say to her that's going to make it better? Or like, how, I don't know. That's literally the part that I'm stuck on. Like, are you serious? Like, the title of the book is where I'm stuck at. I'm so excited. I love reading. I am so happy that this video is forcing me, not forcing me, but allowing me to read more than I probably normally would. Sometimes I get really stressed out with like my classes and things like that. I feel like I've already said this in this video, but yeah, I'm just happy. And I feel like it's really lifted my spirits too, just being able to not be so in reality, which sounds bad, but whatever. I'll see you guys tonight if I end up reading more, which I really hope that I do. Guys, I can't stop thinking about where I left off, so I'm gonna take a few minutes to read. Just read before I get started with my work again. Is this the smartest decision? No. But I just filmed another book video, and now my bookmark fell out of here. No, I knew. I saw a bookmark in my seat and I was like, oh, how crazy, I have bookmarks everywhere. But it was really the one that was in here. So, that's great. I need to find my place real quick without spoiling anything to me. I think I was on like page, what, 80 something? I'm on page 92. I have to read it. Literally, it's I'm on the page that explains my roommate is a vampire. I just need to read until the chapter, and then I will put her down until class tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I really have a lot of work to do though. Other students out there, how do you guys manage doing your schoolwork and reading? Comment down below, because I struggle with it. I have a very obsessive personality. I say this in like all my videos, in the sense of like, if I start something, and I really like it, I have to finish it. Like or like if it's just bugging me, like I won't be able to get anything done unless I just do that thing. And it's really bad with like TV shows. Like last night I watched the whole thing. It was really bad at first, and I was only watching like one episode a day. Not even, like one episode like every like 3 days. And then out of nowhere, they just picked it up. The last 3 episodes of Surviving Summer, season 1 was like, season 2, what the freak? I watched the whole thing in one sitting, pretty much. I also watched Upgraded yesterday. Like around Valentine's Day, anything that is romance, I'm eating it up. But it's a good thing that I already have my little test, my test, and yeah, I'll give you updates on how I'm feeling. I feel like this is going to make or break whether the book is like something that I'll think about for a while, or if it's not, depending on the direction of how this goes. Right now it's really funny. Like I've never really laughed at a book the way, like I feel like I'm reading a comedy, and I've never read a comedic book before. Like I always like laugh at like cute little like romance scenes, like it's not even a laugh, it's more of just like oh my gosh. This is like I'm cackling at whatever his name is. Is it Frederick? Yeah, I'm cackling at Frederick. He's hilarious. And the way that our main character, Cassie, also thinks he's funny, but like he's being dead serious. Dead, get it? Okay, bye. Okay, I feel like I'm at a good stopping point in the book. I'm on chapter 9, page 138. It's pretty good. I've never read anything like it before. Like, I don't know where we're going from here. I guess now we're gonna get into the romance aspect, but like, if someone asked me what this book was about, because like, here's the thing, I don't have a Kindle. I kind of want to get one, but that means that I take my books around with me, which I'd probably still do even if I had a Kindle. Sometimes people will be like, oh, what are you reading? Fair question. When I was reading Fourth Wing, I got it all the time, and a lot of people knew. But like, if someone was like, oh, what are you reading? My Roommate is a Vampire. Oh, what's it about? Oh, her roommate is a vampire. That's all I got for you. That's all I got. It's actually not giving My Babysitter's a Vampire at all. But like, that's what I feel like the title's like. Anyways, I'm going to put the book down for the rest of the night and get some work done. So I'm like intrigued, but I'm not feeling like I was pulled to read that one part, but now I'm like, I hope that there's some more good parts in it, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, excuse me, I feel like I could get boring pretty quickly. So hopefully it's still good, but I don't know. Tomorrow's my long day. We'll see if I get any reading done, but I'll update you guys and let you know how it goes, or my thoughts as I continue to read. Hi, it is the next morning. You saw a clip of me reading last night, and I only read, like, I was trying to like go to bed early, but it got good, and I started like trying to finish too much, so I had to literally put it down. But I'm on chapter 11. I would say I'm at the halfway point. It's so strange. I literally cannot compare it to anything that I've ever read before, which I guess is a good thing. But I'm having a good time. Like, I'm really enjoying it. Like, when I honestly, if someone would have told me kind of what it was about, like, I wouldn't have picked it up. I'd have been like, no, whatever. And I probably wouldn't have read it. Hello? Really? Oh, well, I can't see it on my end. Hi, guys. Say hi to Emily. Hello. I'm sitting here vlogging. Well, I'm happy you're here. I'm talking about this book that I'm reading. It's unlike anything that I've ever read before.
Really?
It's very different, but in a good way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say. Bye, guys. Hi. I'm gonna try to finish this today. So, I'm gonna sit in my bed. I'm out of breath because I just came up the stairs. Don't mind me. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little break from the hard life and hard, harsh truth of reality and adulthood and read. It's actually getting kind of good. I don't know how they're gonna, I don't know how, but anyways, let's get to reading. Updates on the book that I need to just get off my mind. I feel like this, although the book is entertaining, I just cannot root for them as a couple because I can't see them. Like, I'm picturing, what is Hotel Transylvania? The dad, Dracula, as the man in this book. I keep trying to tell myself it's Thomas Doherty, or however you say his last name. Or even, I'll settle for Damon Salvatore, but really Thomas. I feel like he really sold it in that one vampire movie he was in. I keep trying to tell myself that's who he is. But it's the way that he talks, the way that he acts. I just can't root for them as a couple. And it's cringing me out. It's making this last part so hard to get through because I'm like, I don't want Home Skillet to be with him. He's so, like, in my head, I'm picturing him as an old man. I just can't, and he's so proper. I like cannot, like, I think the vibes that the author was going for was like, you know, cute English vampire from, you know, the 1700s. And she did give that, but I think it's the verbiage. I think it's the way that he talks where I'm picturing Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. And I just... How am I supposed to root for that? I don't know. Like, it's really making it hard to get through. Because then our main girl character is young in my head. Like, I'm picturing her as like a blonde young girl. She's up to date, obviously, on modern times and society and all that stuff. Like, it's just not clicking in my head. Like, I'm not rooting for them as a couple. And it's really making it hard to get through. Like, I'm not eating it up like I would a normal romance, but it's so interesting that I have to keep reading. I'm just reading it a lot slower than what I feel like I would normally read. So there's that. I was sitting here and I was like, ugh. Like, I keep getting cringed out every time she tries to say that he's cute because I'm like, it's Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. He's a whole dad. I don't know. That's my update. It is so funny though. Like, I didn't expect for it to be, like, I think the back of the book said it was a comedy. Yeah, it says romantic comedy. That part is true. It is a comedy. I'm just not feeling the romance. Like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Which is sad because it's the month of romance. Lover! Yeah, that's my update. Hi, besties. Okay, I gotta make this quick because my camera's about to die. I just finished, there's a glare. I just finished My Roommate is a Vampire. So this is our third book of the video. I don't like it. Or I didn't like it, like, It's so hard because it was funny, but I think my issue is it was funny. The comedy part is golden, but romance, it wasn't for me. And let me tell you why. One, because I pictured the guy main character as Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. That was issue number 1. Issue number 2, because of the verbiage, the words that he said and the words that she used, because they were from obviously 2 different time periods, it just made me cringe. Like, I just pictured him as something completely different than what she was trying to get. Like, I didn't find him attractive. My camera, of course, died, so now I'm on my phone. Anyways, I didn't find him attractive and or like hot, which is the way that they tried to like portray him in the book, and it just made like reading it really tough. And then it like dragged out towards the end. Then I feel like the ending plot of the book was also, it was just like an easy cop out. I don't know, like it was just an easy way out. I don't know. Like, at first I was like, oh, it's no way that it's gonna be this simple. But then I was like, no, it has to be, because I only have like 3 more pages. So like, it has to be that simple. So not my favorite. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, because I did enjoy the main guy character. I did enjoy him. I just couldn't root for their romance. I didn't really care about the girl at all, which made it hard. He was funny, but like I wasn't rooting for their romance. So like the comedy part is right. It's just, I don't know. And the storyline too, it was just weird. It felt like I was reading about like I think the issue is it's like, what show did I watch that said that the other day? Oh, it was Hannah Montana. It's like ketchup on ice cream. They're both great separately, but together I was just like, no. And that's how I felt about this book. Like, it felt like it was trying to add like 1700 vibes with 2020 vibes. Like, they were talking about TikTok. I just, like, it was too much of a clash. So that's my thoughts. Okay, I need to figure out what my next book is gonna be. I'm thinking about this, but I don't know. I haven't heard good things on it, and I don't think that I could take another not so good book right now. And this one's thick. So I'll see you guys tonight and let you know what I end up doing. I'll probably like sit here and try to figure out if this is good or not. Is this a romance? Because I need a romance after what I just read. I've decided, after going on TikTok and Goodreads, I will not be reading this book right now because I need something good. And normally I do look at like aesthetics and stuff, but normally I don't look at like people like on Goodreads, their ratings before I read a book. But because I've heard I haven't really heard anything good. So, and I just finished something that I just want a good book. So I don't know what I'm gonna pick. We gotta go back to the drawing board. I picked it up because it was pink, and you know that's the whole premise of this video. But we gotta go back to the drawing board. Should I start that, what is it, Flawless? And we still have like 2 more weeks of books to read, I think. I can't believe what people are saying about this. I mean, I haven't read Magnolia. Like, I started it, but I'm like in the middle of it. You know what's so crazy, and this is so off topic, I feel like whenever I like put a book down, like the characters are like frozen in my mind. So like right now I like put down Iron Flame, and I'm gonna pick it back up eventually and read it, but like they're frozen at the part where I put them down at, which is crazy to think, because I left them in a crazy part, and they're just, and that's how I picture it. Like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel. I don't know what I'm gonna read, but I'm excited to figure it out, I guess. Okay, guys, I'm about to go into work, and I'm gonna bring a book just in case I have some downtime. And I just really need to read right now because I'm going through it. Anyways, should I read Check and Mate, or can I pass this book off as pink because of her skirt? Read The Love Wager. This has some pink in it. But like now we're getting into books that like aren't truly pink, because I just can't fathom reading something that I don't want to read right now. So I think I'm gonna go with Icebreaker. Is that a good choice? It's thick though. It's like 400 pages. I think I'm gonna do, this is thin. Maybe I will read this. Oh my gosh. My senses are like acting up right now. I'm gonna go with Check and Mate. Okay, it's more pink. I'm gonna try to stick to the theme of this video. No matter if it's not good though, I'll switch over. I'm not holding myself to this. Let's go. This is the book that I'm bringing with me. I just finished reading the first chapter and I want to give my first impressions and thoughts. Why are the chapters so long? Like, I'm on chapter 2, page 22. What the heck? The chapters are really long. That's gonna be an issue for me. The story is The story is interesting. It's good. Like, I want to figure out like why. And this isn't a spoiler. I think it says on the back of the book. Hold on. Yeah. The first line. Mallory Greenleaf is done with chess. Why? I also want to figure out what's going on with her family dynamic. Those are my thoughts. I feel like this is going to be long and hard for me though because the chapters are long. So I did like the prologue though because what's going on with the main guy character? He seems very... So the main guy character is like kind of famous. That's what you get in the prologue. And he seems like he's being dry, but everyone's eating it up as like witty. But like there's normally a reason why he's dry. And then the little interviewer like is shocked. He like mentioned something about his grandpa and the line says like he's shocked that he went there. So like what's going on with that? But yeah, those are my thoughts. Really not that much. I'm just gonna keep trying to read. I feel like when I first start a new book, the first like time that I crack it open is critical in me completing it. Like if I don't get at least like maybe 1/4 to 1/2 of the way through, if I don't get to like where the plot is like moving, it's gonna be a long journey. So I'm gonna try to make it to, I think halfway from the looks of it is like page 182. So I'm gonna try to get to page 100. I feel like that's fair. Reading to 100 pages has done me good. Okay, I'm like so out of it, guys. So out of it. This refresher is so good. Shout out to T. Okay, goodbye. Okay, as you just saw, I made it to part 2. I didn't know that there were parts in this book, but I'm on page 56, 57, and I have more thoughts. One, this is supposed to be like a YA novel? Wouldn't let my kids under 18 read it. Just wouldn't. And I'm only a few. The language is very it's very there. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like have y'all ever been around a bad little baby kid and they are cussing, but the cuss words don't even make sense. Like they're just cussing because they know that they probably shouldn't. That's what this book gives. Like the string of curse words don't make sense. And I guess that's the point, but like I don't know. I guess it's YA in the sense of like nothing super duper, has happened yet. I don't know. So Miss Ellie Hazelwood has been known. Anyways, I'm at the part of the book where the main character she's already met the main girl character has already met the main guy character. They haven't really interacted much this point in the book. They just had that one little meet cute, if you will. It's a good book for me to read right now because the main girl character is the oldest in her family. She feels like she has to take care of her family due to unforeseen circumstances is what they keep saying. I don't know much other than that, but I'm excited to figure out why she stopped playing chess and what's going on there. I also feel like there's going to be backstory to the main guy character, so it's pretty good. I'm tired. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to page 100 while I'm here. That was the goal. I still have time, but I'm just kind of tired. I feel like if I was less tired, I would be enjoying it more, like eating it up more. But it's like not really anything to eat right now. It's just like there. So maybe it'll pick up some. But in order for it to pick up, you have to keep reading. That's what I tell myself. I'll probably see you guys when I'm back at the house. And I'll probably read a little bit more before bed. Okay. We're back. I haven't read any since Tuesday, but I've been reading this morning and I'm on page 120. I'm at the part where the main characters are interacting. So, that's why I'm smiling. Because, you could literally give me the worst book ever. And if it has a subplot of romance, when that romance comes, I'm going to eat it up. So that's not an indication of anything. I do have some thoughts though. One, I don't know how we're marketing this as a YA novel. I don't know. I would not let my children read this if I had children. I would not let anyone younger that I care about read this at their age. Honestly, should I be reading it? Good question. But yeah, so I just have to get that off my chest because every so often I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, this is targeted for YA. Like, Can we change that? 2, I am enjoying it, but this kind of falls on the YA side. Like, it honestly feels like I'm babysitting a bad baby kid. I said this before, who it has no reason to say some of the things that it does, and it has no reason, the storyline is good. There was no need for this extraness that you kind of get. And if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why are we throwing in certain stuff? Like, it doesn't even add to the plot. And it doesn't really take away from the experience either. It's just kind of like, what? And then we don't really, anyways, still don't know what happens with her or her family situation, but I'll say some positives. I'm really enjoying the chess aspect of like being serious about something, because, I used to cheer. So like, I relate to that. I relate to the parts of the book in that way of like, wanting something so badly, or like obsessing over something. Like, I used to watch cheer videos in the middle of math class in high school. Like, I was obsessed. Fond memories. Anyways, so I really like that aspect. Like, I'm really into that, like what's going on. It is a little, if I wasn't enjoying how passionate she was about chess and it was just chess talk, I'd be done, because it's really chess heavy, extremely chess heavy. But I think that it's okay, because it like shows her like passion and competitiveness for it, even though she's like denying her feelings for the love of chess. Like, I understand. I like that aspect of it. I feel like I can relate it back to my college cheer days and just cheer days in general. So that's been fun. I'm finally getting to the romance, and I'm excited to keep reading. And I'm probably like 1/4 of the way in. So those are my updates. I need a bookmark, but for now we have this little tag from Aerie. Okay, I'm on chapter 13. I think I'm gonna end it, like finish reading tonight. Or what am I saying? I think I'm done reading for the rest of the night. It's getting pretty good now. Every time I read some line that is either it's cussing a lot or it's overly sexual, I'm like, there's no way that this is targeted as a YA romance. There's just no way. Like, it's I don't know why it won't leave my brain. Like, if it was an adult romance, I wouldn't care. Most of the time, I don't care, because like if you're an adult, you make that decision for yourself. You pick it up, whatever. But like, kids are impressionable. I just can't get over that. Like, maybe this is a YA, like, right? I don't know. Either way, I just that thought won't leave my head. I'm like, there's no freaking way. It's pretty good though. I'm very interested to see the chess plot. I hate to say it, but it's got my attention. Like, what's going on? Like every part I'm invested in, low-key. It's just the language, and the language is throwing me off a little bit, but I'm very interested to keep reading it tomorrow. Yeah, it's good. I think you guys know I'm a sucker for the in the head, like in the head. Just like being like, if the guy like character can read the female's mind, or like something, and I think that that's the direction it's going in. Don't do this to me. I like that, obviously. I feel like I've talked about that enough. Yeah, so there was just a little micro scene of that, and if it happens constantly in the second half of the book, yeah, okay. Oh, actually, when was the last time I talked to you guys? I think I was on page 20 last time I talked to you guys, right? Was I? I don't know. I read a good chunk of it. It's getting good. The main characters are finally in the same place. That was very weird that like we have so much of our main female character without the main guy character, but it's a romance book. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't even know. Maybe I should look up the genre. I'm pretty sure it's YA romance. Misleading. YA, definitely no. You're not going to be able to convince me that that book is a YA rating. And I'm sticking with that. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think that it's pretty, I hate that it's so interesting because it's like I've never played chess a day in my life. I think it's because they're so serious about it, and like we can all relate to being so serious about something to where like it's all you think about, it's what you think about in your sleep while you're eating, like it's all you do. And maybe I'm just at that point in my life where I'm obsessive over something right now, so I just really relate to that. But I really like that aspect, and I'm interested in the love story. Like you could give me a romance between two cardboard boxes, I'll probably eat it up. Okay, so that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Like the romance, obviously I like that. But yeah, it's not going as badly as I thought it did. Like when I first opened it up, I was like, this is gonna take a while. But like it's going pretty good. Like if I didn't have schoolwork to do, I'd try to finish it tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning. Or in the afternoon, because I have class. Hi. New day, still in the same book. I'm about to finish it though. It's raining outside. It's Friday. I just got done with classes and I was reading this in class and it's getting good. Like it's getting good. It's getting good. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to read it, try to finish it before I go to work, and yeah, I'll let you guys know my thoughts and what I think. Okay. Hello, I'm at the coffee shop. When I had to leave to go to work, I left off at such a good part, so I'm so excited to keep reading. I think I'm gonna try to finish it while I'm here. It just depends, you know, on how things go. I'm gonna make me a coffee and get to reading. A lot has happened since the last time I spoke to you guys. We know basically all of Mallory's trauma. We know all of Nolan's trauma, which is the main guy character and the main female character. But there was a plot twist, something that I wasn't I wouldn't even say that I wasn't expecting it, but it's just like I didn't think of it. So I don't know what's gonna happen. It was like, you know what? Allie Hazelwood is a good writer because she gives you the expected plot twist that you know is coming, but then throws a little wrench in there with something that like, it's not something that you wouldn't expect, but it's definitely something that you probably just like weren't thinking of. So I'm excited to continue, and I'll probably just see you guys if something crazy happens or when I finish. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Okay, something just happened, and you know what? Mallory has every right to feel how she feels against her family, in my personal opinion. Sue freaking me, okay? Ain't no I'm sorry this, sorry that. Ridiculous. Some thoughts. I'm not done yet. I have literally like a few pages left, but I just have to get this off my chest. I kind of identify with the main character, like her thought process with a lot of the decisions that she makes. Like I understand her feelings, so I kind of like reading about that. Like it's cool to see it being like portrayed in a book, like people having communication problems, but not the miscommunication trope. Okay, I can't stand that trope. But the communication problems that she has, I kind of identify with that, and I like that. I also like seeing her development from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. I think that that's really been cool too. Maybe I'll talk about this once I finish, because I feel like someone's gonna walk in. I feel like I can't focus. I'll be back. The romance part of it was very cute, I will say. It was very cute. I don't know. I just have so many thoughts. I enjoyed Mallory, the main girl character. I enjoyed her growth throughout the book and just like learning to communicate her feelings and stop acting like she had to take on all of the world's problems. And I feel like we could all learn a lesson in that, especially me. Anyways, I'm glad that I read this book. There were things that I didn't like. I feel like I've said it enough. I was not a fan of, like, the first half was really hard to get into. Like, before they met, it was extremely hard to get into, but the only thing that kept me going was the competitiveness of chess. I feel like being an athlete when I was younger, I was able to relate that part of the book, which made it easier to get into. But the scenes that they weren't in together was kind of dragging. But then the second half of the book really picked up, made it good. Couldn't put it down, obviously. I was reading it in my car this morning before class, ran to class, read it in class, left class, ran back to my car, ran back to my house to read it. So the second half, it goes by quickly, which I feel like most books do that. But I don't know. Overall, it's not terrible. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, to be honest, but I'm just happy we finished another pink book, and I think I'm going to sit with my little thoughts a little bit more and probably talk to you guys more about it when I'm home. But I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say. My favorite parts were definitely the competitiveness of the chest. I like reading about that, but not so much the chess. I think I just like Allie Hazelwood's, how she made Mallory, like her competitiveness, how you could relate to it even if you don't play chess. Or is it checkers? No, this is chess. I don't even know. But obviously, because I don't play that. But I like that aspect. I like Mallory's character development throughout the book. Honestly, I did like a lot of it now that I'm thinking about it. Definitely not YA. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys when I get home. Hi guys, it's been a minute and I need to sum up the end of this video. This video is probably the funnest one that I've done in a while, and I'm excited to continue this series in a way. So, I want to talk about all of the pink books that we read in the month of February. First up, Picking Daisies on a Sunday. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't been able to stop thinking about this book. This was about Daisy and Levi, and this was such a rom-com-y-esque book. Rom-com, if rom-com could be taken from your favorite rom-com movie and thrown into pages, this is what I imagine it. It's giving Lara Jean, it's giving How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, it's giving, I don't even know, every single rom-com out there. I love the quotes in this book, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about that one quote that I was raving about when I read it. And I don't know, I really like to go into books blind, so when I review them, I kind of just give my opinions. I don't really talk about the storyline, and just thinking about the storylines got me giddy. Love this book. I think I ended up giving it 4 stars when I was reading it. My ratings have definitely changed, so we'll talk about that at the end. Next up, I read Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah J. Adams. Right now, I'm reading When in Rome. So that should tell you how I felt about this book. You're supposed to read this one first, I think, but I don't think it's really affecting it. I don't really know anything in the storyline, and with rom-com-y books, you kind of know they're going to end up together anyway, so I feel like that's not a spoiler. Anyways, in this book, we have Annie and Will. This book gives the same thing that that book is giving, which is small town vibes, Gilmore Girls. I am loving the small town romance right now. I am eating it up. Okay, the only thing that can make small town romance better is if it was a small town romance mind read slow burn. That right there would have had me sold. But I really did love this book. Like I had such a good time reading it. It was very heavy on the rom-com. This one was really calm, comedian. I was laughing. The comedy in this, it's like not like super duper funny, but Mabel, comedy, pure gold. Her and Will, their interactions together, which Mabel is the inn owner, I just picture her as like a sweet little old black grandma, and I love it. Their interactions together had me cracking up the whole time. And Annie, little does she know, she got Mr. Will head over heels. I ate this book up. I ate this book up. I love the romance. I love the small town. I honestly had a great time reading it. Like, I mean, I'm reading the book before this one, the next book. So okay, next up, I read My Roommate is a Vampire. I'm trying so hard to just remember, like, I remember the big picture things. Obviously, her roommate is a vampire. This is heavy on the comedy too. I was cracking up at Frederick. This is about Frederick, who's the vampire, and Cassie Greenberg, which is just the roommate she moves in. My favorite thing about this book is just the way that Frederick is like being so serious with her, and she's taking it as a joke. I'm taking it as a joke because he is just so funny. I mean, obviously he's out of touch with reality for reasons that you'll figure out in the book, like why he's so like not a normal vampire. I like this book, but I remember being kind of upset with the way that it ended. I thought it was a cop-out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It had such high potential. I was expecting drama to go down. I was expecting for things to pop off. And I feel like the author took the easy way out with the story. Like, I was expecting more, but then again, it was a short, quick, easy read, so I'm like, maybe that's what she wanted. Who am I to judge as I sit here judging? I did get a little bored, I'm not gonna lie, in between, just because I don't know, I feel like after the characters get together, this is how you know if you have a good romance book. If after the characters get together and you're still invested in the plot and the story, that's when you know you have a good romance book. This one, after they got together, I was only invested for the like actual plot, and like I said, she took, or I felt like the author took the easy way out. So after that, I was kind of bored. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, those are my qualms and my thoughts about this one. And then last but not least, we had Checkmate. Now this one was a new-ish release, I think. This book really was a lot of checker lingo, which I wasn't prepared for. But the thing that I did really like about this book is the competitiveness of our girl Mallory. This is about Mallory and Nolan's relationship. Oh, it is chess. Oh my gosh. So what's the difference between check? Why does it say check? Oh, because you say check? Okay, let me start over. Checkmate. It's about chess. let's just go with it, okay? I don't know the difference. But what I did like about Ali Hazelwood's writing is she made it relatable. Like, she made it so like if you played a sport like I did growing up, you could still relate to the problems that Mallory was facing, and you could tell how passionate she was about chess, but just the situation that happened to her really scarred her and really turned her off from the game. Nolan is a chess prodigy, okay? So he's played chess his whole life. He does have like a family history, background, traumatic story with his. I found his like kind of interesting. Like, I kind of wanted to know what his deal was, but I was more interested in Mallory and like what the frick happened to make her act the way that she's acting in this book. Like, when I tell you, like, as an older sister, I kind of felt her pain because, you know, as the oldest child in the family, you do a lot of stuff for your siblings, but she was taking it to the max. So I was like, what happened? And then like you could tell like through her interactions with chess that she really did love the game. So why did she stop playing it? Anyways, things just get interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I needed to know what the heck was going on. And I'll tell you this, Ali Hazelwood, I feel like she threw me for a loop. When I read, I don't really try to figure out too much what's gonna happen or like plot guessing. I just like to read to escape reality. I like to indulge myself into the story and just see if I can relate to any of these characters. And let me tell you, I got thrown for a loop, and I like the fact that what you think is going to happen happens, but that's not the big plot twist, okay? I was in shock. I was like, no way this happened. That's so, like, I feel like she had every reason to be upset. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't like Mallory and Nolan's relationship in the sense of like how they connected. That kind of just icked me out a little bit. Like, I wasn't really too happy about that, or like I didn't really care about it. It was just kind of like, ugh, you know. But I think the overall story was pretty decent. I think what bothered me is I don't really like books where I don't like when authors try to trick you and say that there is an emotional connection after they already have a physical connection. Like, that's not, like, I'm just not buying it. But I feel like in this book you could tell that they had an emotional connection before they had their physical connection. I just didn't like how they went about like that process, especially from like Nolan's like storyline and Mallory's. It was just, it wasn't for me. But everything else, I like the aspect of the plot and the story. The romance was just not my favorite, which kind of obviously knocked it down a few points because it is a romance book. Another thing that I kept saying when I was reading this book is there's no way that I would consider this a YA novel. Call me whatever you want to call me. Oh, you're being too harsh. No. This is an adult romance. I would not let anyone below the ages of 16, honestly, if it were my kids, not until you're 18 reading this, just because like there's no way. Like, there's a lot of adult topics in this, or at least like PG-13 topics. Like, I don't know. So I just didn't think that it was YA. That kind of bothered me a little bit. Every time I would read something, I'd just be like, why are we marketing this as a YA? Protect the kids, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that Mallory Nolan's actual connection, those are my downfalls with that. So okay, Practice Makes Perfect, I gave 3 stars, which isn't bad. My Roommate is a Vampire, I gave 2 stars. And Checkmate, I gave 3 stars. Okay, so we're gonna go back over my ratings. Picking Daisies on a Sunday, I gave it 4 stars. I'm changing it to 5. In Goodreads, I just changed it right now because I can not stop thinking about this book. I can't stop thinking about Levi and Daisy's story. I love the way that it turned out. I love the quotes at the beginning of each chapter. I love the ending of the book. I love the way that they tied in the cover, the title. I love everything about it. I'm gonna be thinking about that one quote. What was it? I get down on my knee just to hear her say yes. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I haven't stopped thinking about like just right person, wrong time, wrong person, right time, all of the times, all of the wrongs, all of the rights. I can't stop thinking about it. I think this is probably the cutest book that I've read in a while, and it deserves 5 stars simply based on the writing. The writing in this book is so immaculate, and to think, this is what's crazy. This is what I mean when I was saying earlier about just, it's hard for me to get into books that like they make the love interest have this big physical connection and then you're just supposed to believe that they have an emotional connection. In this book, it's all emotional. It's so beautiful. Levi and Daisy have this relationship where I just picture them in my mind years later down the road just doing whatever it is that they do when this book ends without me spoiling it. Like, so that one deserves a 5 stars. I'm going through and changing my ratings. Practice Makes Perfect, I gave 3 stars. I'm going to give it a 4 stars. I think that I actually gave it 3.75, but I'm gonna update it to 4. I sometimes if it's a half star, you know, half star, point star, whatever you want to call it, I'll put it in the little notes section where you can add notes, and that's what I did for this one. I'm giving this 4 stars because although I probably won't think about Annie and Will like as a couple like separately like in my mind, I will most definitely think about this world, and I really do hope that she writes more books after this with the other sisters or like other characters. I don't know. I love the writing in this book, but I really just love the environment, the town. I liked how this was this really gives rom-com. Like, it's cute. Yeah, it gave what it needed to give. And I liked how I liked Annie's development as a character. I really did. I feel like that's kind of what sold me too. If I can relate to the main female character in any way, I'm gonna be sold. And she really just grew in this book, stood up for herself. I liked her love story with Will. Like, will I think about them like the way that I think about Evangeline and her love interest? Probably not. Evangeline's my girl. I gotta mention her in every video. But it was still a good book. 4 stars. Would recommend. Next, we have My Roommate is a Vampire. I gave this, let's see if I gave it 2 stars actually, or if I gave it a half rating. Yeah, I gave it 2. I'm gonna keep it at 2 stars. It wasn't a bad book. It was more so funnier than anything. And then like towards the end, it kind of just tapered off. I feel like if the ending would have been different, I probably could have seen myself giving it 3 stars. But I just felt like the storyline was impressive. I'll give the author that. I've never read a book like this. The writing I wasn't really that impressed by. There was no like stand out like really cool quotes. It also is very hard to like immerse yourself in a reality where they talk about like things that are going on in our world. Like, that has always kind of thrown me for a loop. Like, it's fine if like they talk about like Twitter or Facebook, but like you talking about TikTok like that, like you're reminding me of like reality that's like around me, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep it at 2 stars. It wasn't a bad book. Maybe if you just like want something that you haven't read before, pick this up. It's short. If it was long, definitely I would have been like, no, don't recommend. But it's short. It's a nice little palate cleanser if you needed it. Like, say you're reading a bunch of fantasy, throw this in here, perfect. But I don't think it's really gonna be memorable as like a romance. Now, comedy, I'm like, when I pick this up or someone's like, hey, what's a funny rom-com-y book? What's a funny book? I might tell them this, but it's not like funny haha, just like funny, like, I don't even know how to explain it because it's not really rom-com. The romance is like average at best. I don't know. 2 stars. I would recommend, but like probably just as a palate cleanser, which sounds mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. Lastly, Check and Mate. Once again, it's targeted to the wrong demographic, first of all, so like I'm not gonna recommend this to any kids. I just can't do it. I just don't think it's appropriate, to be frankly honest with you guys. 2, I feel like the plot was better than the romance, so that too is just hard because it's a romance book. So like how's the plot gonna be better than the romance? But like Allie Hazelwood can write now, so I'm not surprised by that. And her adult romances are really good, so maybe that's the issue that I'm having with this book, is just like I just can't imagine this is marketed towards kids. Like, that's what's throwing me off. And like the whole time I was reading it, like when I would read something, you guys saw it, be like, there's no way, like this is cringe, this is just not. no. Anyways, those are my final thoughts, and I was so happy that I pushed myself to do this challenge. Otherwise, I don't think that I would have gotten to all of these books, and I have a really hard time setting a TBR, so I think in the future I'm just going to either do mood reading or doing like reading a certain amount of books like in a month based off like a color or something else. Pink was the theme, and I think I did a pretty good job, even though they get kind of purpley at the end. Like I think I did the challenge well. Were all the books that I've read this month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope that this video was enjoyable, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!